Hello. Crisis has been dealt with. I have accomplished, well, I haven't really accomplished a lot today yet. Definitely have to do some things eventually, you know. We'll get there. Yeah. But for now, I'm gonna go back into this. Hooray. I mean, obviously, I have to finish this game. Like, the second one is out already. And I love it. I feel like I mentioned earlier that this is available on VR, and it's really fun. Yeah. I mean, it's fun whatever you're playing it on, but I don't know, it's just especially satisfying playing it in VR, you know? So, we're back. And what was I working on? The sign is dirty. Where's my equipment? I have a ladder. Okay, cool. What were we talking about before I left? See, I think I was talking about spoon theory, and wait, oops, right. Oh, right, that's the dirt. Okay. Okay, so spoon theory, if you've never heard of it, definitely look it up, because you're going to get a better explanation than what I can give you. But it's basically like everyone has... Now, again, initially this was a way for people with chronic illness, chronic pain, kind of things to kind of describe like... I'm not actually sure how you would say it. I know what I mean, I just don't really know how to express it. So the idea is that you get so many spoons, and a spoon is like a unit of energy, kind of. use up a different number of spoons. And for someone who, like for the neurotypical person, or someone who doesn't have a chronic illness, all the spoons they need to accomplish stuff, you know? Like, where do you get these spoons, you know? For people who do have these issues, for neurodivergent people, for people who have chronic illnesses and chronic pain and you know, etc. It like you run out of spoons so fast, and it makes managing your inventory of spoons so, oh, that is just really really bad dirt, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, look at that. It makes managing the spoons, you know, your stock of spoons, it can make it difficult. It means not necessarily difficult exactly, but it definitely means that you have to be way more aware of what you can deal with, what you can handle in a day, you know, and you also have to be a lot more flexible as far as plans, you know, because I mean, all of us have good days and bad days, but when you have a disorder or a disease or you have pain or something that you deal with all the time, the the good days might be like somebody else's just normal day, and the bad days can be so much worse. And so it takes careful management and flexibility, really, in just getting anything done. And I mean normal stuff, you know, like maybe you want to cook dinner, and I don't know, you used up all of your spoons for the day, right? And so you know that there is no way that you can stand in the kitchen and like work on a meal for however long it takes to prep and cook and do all the things, right? And then it's never just cooking dinner, because then you got to deal with dirty dishes afterward. And so sometimes it's just like, I mean, you got to feed yourself, right? So maybe you order takeout, right? You order delivery or something. Um, and because that's really all you have left in you on that given day. And so that would be like, you know, you've, let's say dinner, making, you know, cooking dinner it takes like 5 spoons, and with everything else that you've done for the day, you've got 3 spoons left. So maybe you could fix yourself some food, but you know you're not going to have enough left in you to actually clean up the mess afterward. And so it's kind of just managing that. Right. And I read another thing, and I think all this came about because I was talking about laundry and how I hate putting away laundry. I do try. I do my best, but most days the best I can do is to just make sure that everyone has clean laundry, you know? And if that is the best I can do, like that's better than nothing. It might not get folded and put away. It might not make it to the closet or the dresser, but it's clean. It's probably wrinkled, but I mean, okay. So what does that say? Uh, um, I don't know. Yeah, that's basically spoon theory. And again, excuse me. Hang on a second. What's up? again, you're going to want to look that, like, if you care to know any more about it, definitely look it up, because you're going to get a much better understanding of it if you find information online than if you just... I don't know why. Oh, okay. I don't know if you can hear that, but I have a device. I'm not gonna say. She's still talking. I have advice. I'm not gonna say her name right now because I don't want to get her attention. But you probably have a good idea what I mean. And pardon me. So yeah, this device is in the living room just behind me, actually, and I have a routine set up, the morning briefing, right? And so I get a fun fact, some little tidbit about the day. Usually, like, there's a lot of like today in history and whatever year this thing happened, or this person did something, or something like that, something interesting. If it's any kind of holiday, I get something about that, and then I get like the weather and whatever. It's fun. It's supposed to be first thing in the morning. I think, like, as soon as people are detected after 7 a.m., the morning briefing is supposed to happen automatically. For some reason, though, she's not detecting me, even though I've been in here talking, So that briefing just happened, and it's 10:30. But that's fine. Apparently today is Employee Appreciation Day, National Employee Appreciation Day. So, yeah, appreciate your employees if you have employees. Employees definitely are underappreciated. There is dirt back here. Okay. Oh, can I stand up, please? Thank you. Yeah. Ooh. I can tell you that I have left some jobs. Not because I felt unappreciated, like I was definitely appreciated, but, a lot of the time, businesses, whatever, will get into a situation where they're so understaffed that they're just throwing bodies at the problem, just to see what sticks, Just, oh, we're understaffed, we're not meeting our goals or quota, whatever, production, etc. Hire 50 people and see if any of them are any good, or if they even stay. And then at that point, it doesn't even matter if the people who stay are doing a good job. The fact that they show up is enough, and it stresses me out so much. I'm a perfectionist. I try to control that, that trait, that quality, that impulse in myself to make everything perfect. Of course, that is definitely why I like games like this, because I have to clean the thing. Now, you never actually have to clean anything 100%. It'll say 100%, but if you get it really close, that last little bit of dirt will just poof, and then it's clean. Hooray. And, like, okay, yeah. That is probably necessary, because some of those little bits, they get, in these spots, these little nooks and crannies that are really difficult to get to. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't complete anything if it didn't just poof that last little bit of dirt there. But Yeah, the perfectionism. And it's definitely an ADHD thing. Uh, it can be. You know, I know that a lot of people with ADHD uh, experience that drive for perfection and can make it really, really difficult to complete anything, you know, because if it's not just right, well, yep, we're just not like either work on it obsessively to the point that you're neglecting most other things, or just quit, you know, just rage quit. Oh, I can't make it perfect. I'm not going to do it at all. Like that's practically standard with ADHD. And in case you weren't aware, I have ADHD. I know. I'm being funny. I'm making a joke. I've said that. No, I'm gonna bring it up a lot. It's, you know, it's a thing. It affects like every part of my life so much that yeah, I do talk about it a lot. And part of it is raising awareness, I guess you could say. Uh, so I have my associate's degree in psychology. And what that means is that I went to college for, it took me a little more than 2 years because I didn't go full time at first. And I focused on psychology, and I do want to get my bachelor's and eventually my master's, and I was working on that for a while. It's this whole deal. It's a thing. I don't want to get into it right now because I'm still really frustrated about it. I will get there eventually, maybe, probably, hopefully, you know, before I reach retirement age. Uh, but like, I mean, I already knew mainly from firsthand experience plenty of stuff about ADHD because, as I have said, I have ADHD. Um, but you know, college is it's great. I love it. I love learning new things, and so my experience with ADHD, and if you didn't know, anxiety and depression, those are fairly standard with ADHD. Like, yeah, standard package ADHD, right? Like childhood hyperactivity, um, you know, teenage years, even like preteen, you get that anxiety, depression combo hitting pretty hard sometimes. You start to get that burnout in school, like especially if you were one of the gifted kids, you know. Because I was, and I, it's that's a tough one. Like, I don't know if I was even gifted. I think that my brain just it works so fast. Am I missing dirt on this, or does it go around? Is this no? See that? Oh, it's got to be the top. Yeah. Okay. Um, but yeah, it works so fast. Sometimes, like you know, think back to elementary school, and you're learning new things, and then you keep talking about those things, like in class, the teacher, like you keep going over the things over and over and over again, and just the way that my brain works, I was just like, okay, I got it the first time. Let's move on. You know, let's go. I need new stuff. I need new information. I need um, something, right? Like, then I get and then I would get bored, and I would, oh, I was so restless and so energetic, and I got in trouble quite a bit in elementary school, like when I was really young. And I feel like that is a fairly standard ADHD experience, you know, because if you were anything like me, right, you totally get what I'm saying about, like, oh, I got it, you know. And all the other kids are like, okay, we're talking about the same thing for the 10th time. That's perfect, you know, because I don't get it. And I'm like, no, come on, let's move on. Next page, next subject, let's go. And then I would distract the other kids who were still trying to learn the thing that I learned like last week, and then I would get in trouble. And I don't know, it happened enough that I guess I tried. Let's see, what does this say? Got an absolute perler of a track from Asterix Winks that I can't wait to hit you with. Okay. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so the ADHD. I do talk about it a lot. That and my experience with the comorbid anxiety, depression, that, you know, is so common in people who have ADHD. That was a big part of why I decided to study psychology. I had started out planning to go into nursing. And I mean, I guess maybe I could still do that, but also I don't know if that's something, like, I could definitely do it for sure. I could do it. I just don't think I would enjoy it as much. And I don't know, I want a career that I enjoy, that I'm passionate about, for sure. And I mean, I could do this. I could power wash as my career. I could totally do that. Like, yes, let me clean the world with high powered water jets. But I don't think that's really much of an option. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But I switched to psychology. Actually, I switched when, like, I don't know, I was halfway through my first psychology class, because there are some psychology classes that are required for a degree in nursing. And I think that it was one of those, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is me right here, you know? And I got all of this, right? Yeah, I think I got all the barriers. Yes. Oh, wait. Okay, the stairs need some love. That rail. Okay, there's that. Yeah, there's the stairs. And yep, let's get that rail. I don't want to get in there yet. I will. I want to get as much of the outside as I can. Okay, got that rail. Let me just go ahead and hit this pole here. I'm not going to get it all, but yeah. We can get this thing. This is filthy. So what was I even... Right, so I'm definitely going to talk about ADHD a lot because I have it. I have first-hand direct experience with it. Also, my kids have ADHD, so that's really fun. Like, it's fun being here in this house with oh, crap. Alright, I'm going to swap out my batteries real quick before my controller dies. Alright, I'm back. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. Alright. So, yeah, psychology, it's super interesting. I love it. I love learning about it, all the different things. And I think, hang on. Sorry. My favorite part, really, and I don't know, I'm not really sure what people think about when I mention that, you know, I study psychology. Are you picturing like you know, Freud and the oh, I hated psychoanalysis nonsense. Freud was a quack, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Wow, that man, he... Now, I'm not saying that he didn't do some good things for the field of psychology in general, but as far as his thoughts on people's motivations and the things that actually like drive uh, the psychology of an individual. Just what? Oh, pick up equipment. Oh, okay. I could pick up the ladder all the way over there. Oh, now, yeah, it's been a while again. I think I graduated, or I got my, I mean, I graduated. I went to a community college and I got my associates there. And, yeah, I don't know why people hate on community colleges sometimes. Is that dirt? Like, oh, I thought I saw a spot there. Like community college it's fine. It's 2-year college. You go there, you get your associates, and then you go to 4-year college or university or whatever and work on, you know, next step, bachelor's, master's, whichever. Excuse me. But, not all the same. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, it goes all the way up there. Okay, I'm not going to get all that right now. But, yeah, Now, to be fair, I did all but one class online. And I think that's the only reason I was successful. I had tried to do the whole college thing like a long time ago, and it didn't, I don't know, it didn't work out for me. Of course, that's a whole other story. There were some issues with the thing and the money situation, and yeah. But it wasn't working for me, but I was going to class in person. And that's, I mean, I don't know if it's just because I'm older and... what? No, stop. Stop calling me. I don't know what that number was. If it's important, they will call right back, right? Yeah, it's probably a bill collector. Yeah, but for my associates, I took all but one class online, and that one class was not available online because there were physical, you know, labs to do, like hands-on stuff. So, yeah, it really worked for me. It worked great. I actually do need that ladder. Where you at, ladder? Oh, wrong button. Yeah, just summon that. No, I got another voicemail. I hate voicemails so much. Don't leave me a voicemail. If I'm not answering and you need to give me information, text me. You obviously already have my number. Just send me a text, okay? And if you're calling me and I don't answer and it is urgent, you know, like it's an emergency, call me back. If the same number calls me 2 times in a row, I am far more likely to answer. Don't leave me a voicemail. I don't listen to those. Voicemails are so gross. Okay? Why? Why? Who thinks that's okay? Anyway, yeah, so college, it's awesome, except for the money part. Like, that, I have a lot to say about that, and the entire American healthcare system. And maybe I will save that for another time. Oh, because that's, like, I've literally written papers about it. Several. It's just... Okay. So we're gonna talk about something else before I go on a tangent or start ranting about stuff. So what do we want to talk about? Well, I don't think I had a song in my head when I woke up this morning. It doesn't happen every morning. Or, you know, if I did, I don't remember. I do remember I had a weird dream about a bird. And, I don't know. I don't remember much about it, just that it was really weird. I think I was in a restaurant, and, like, one of the people who worked there had a pet bird in the restaurant. Or maybe it was a gas station. Either way, it was a weird place to have a pet bird just hanging out. But I do love the birds. I haven't seen any of my little finch friends hanging out outside the window. I refilled the feeder, so they have fresh seed. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing bird things, I guess. Now, I think I mentioned earlier that I still have not actually come up with a theme for Tuesdays. So yeah, I don't know. I picked this one randomly. I didn't want to do the Minecraft today. I don't know. I wasn't really sure what to play. One of my kids told me I should play. We got this SpongeBob game, the Patrick Star game, I think is what it's called. It actually looks kind of fun. I was watching him play that yesterday a little bit, you know. And I mean, I grew up with SpongeBob. Now I stopped watching like after the 3rd season. I mean, I watched most of the 4th season and it just didn't have the same feel, you know? I think if I remember correctly, and do not quote me on this, season 4 is when someone, maybe the one or both of the creators left the show, and just the vibe it's different, you know? It just doesn't feel the same anymore. The animation it changes, it's different a little bit, and I don't know how to describe the difference. I am not an animator, so I wouldn't even know. But also just the characters, like the voices are the same, you know. Speaking of Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, that man is hilarious and amazing, and he's so good at his job at doing different voices. He also voices Heifer from Rocko's Modern Life. If you've never seen it, you must watch that. It's amazing. 90s cartoon. It's great. Rocco is a wallaby. And he lives with his dog Spunky. And I don't know, they just kind of have the worst luck, but they're very happy. And yeah, Rocco is from Australia, right? Yeah, like yeah. So he has a fun accent, kind of. Not like too much, you know. But, yep. Classic 90s Nickelodeon cartoon right there. That and, oh yeah, Real Monsters. I'm not sure if Tom Kenny voiced anyone on that one, on that show. But it's just an amazing show and I love it. I have the box set for both of them, I think. Yeah, because I love cartoons. I will always love cartoons forever. I am, oh my gosh, I'm almost 40. Yeah. So that's fun. That's, I don't know. I kind of, I guess I feel some kind of way about it, but I really don't even know how I feel about it. But yeah, I grew up on classic 90s TV, and even now I still love cartoons. I unironically watch classic 90s cartoons, you know? Uh, so, I mean, I watch newer stuff too. I just love cartoons. I love animation, you know? There's, there's something about it. I will watch, like, live action stuff, and it's cool. I like it. I I hate getting really into a good show that gets canceled, and I don't get the whole story. I mean, that's what I guess that's what I like the most about anything live action. Like the cartoons, they're usually oh, there's a name for it, and I can't think of what it is, but when it's like just little standalone episodes for the most part, like SpongeBob, you know, most of those are not necessarily connected, apart from just same characters, same universe, world, realm, whatever. Um, and I do watch some of the adult animation, you know, Adult Swim stuff. Venture Brothers, that that show is, oh, it's amazing. I love it so much, and it got canceled, and I was so upset. I was devastated. Thankfully, they, okay, so I think they were actually working on season 8 when Cartoon Network canceled the show, or I guess it was Cartoon Network, but yeah, it was Adult Swim, and Cartoon Network owns that. I don't know how it works exactly. I don't know who was responsible for making that decision, but it was a bad one. It was a bad decision. They were going to finish the show. They were going to finish the story. They were working on season 8. And then the announcement was made that it got canceled. I think the show that actually took Venture Brothers' spot on the lineup was Primal. I think I don't know. Whatever show it was, I never actually watched it. Of course, I mean I mostly just like streaming services now. You know, I haven't had cable or whatever in so long. But yeah, I was devastated, and they came up, they made a movie. You know, they wrapped up the story. I guess they got to finish it enough. You know, because, and again, I'm pretty sure they were working on season 7. Like they had released, or season 8. They had released season 7. I could be wrong. You know, don't quote me on that. And season 8 would, like, season 7 revealed some serious stuff, you know, serious plot line, whatever. Set up uh, some really good story arcs, and season 8 would have, I believe, wrapped up most, if not all of it, really. Like that could have been the last season, and they didn't get it. They did get to make a movie, and from what I've heard, the movie ends the story pretty nicely. I mean, like the guys who made that show, they always did a fantastic job with what they were doing, and it was beautiful. I loved it so much. I need to watch it again. Because I have not finished it because it makes me so sad to think that there will never be more Venture Brothers. It's so, oh my gosh, it breaks my heart. I love it so much. I know I'm such a nerd. I'm such a dork, but that's fine. It's my thing, and like I said, I am very much an adult, and I don't care. I watch cartoons. I watch animation. I mean, that one's an adult animation for sure, not for kids. But yeah, it just I will watch it all eventually. I think I had finished watching season 7. I have not seen the movie yet. I bought it. I have it. I will get to that when I am emotionally ready to finish up that story, but to know that there won't ever be anything after that, it breaks my heart. Same thing with Red versus Blue. You know, I watched it a little bit when it first came out, and like I was aware of its existence. I did not realize that it had so many seasons until a few years ago. And I think was it season 19 or season 20 that finally finished the show. Like they're done making it, as far as I know, unless they change their minds, which they could because honestly, I didn't even like the way that they ended it with this last one, and it was more. I mean, they're all kind of movies. I don't know how you would describe it. If you haven't seen it, if you have seen it, you know what I mean. Like they came out as these very short episodes, and when I started watching it again a few years ago, it was on YouTube for free. You know, full seasons, and it would just play every episode. So it was more like a movie at that point. Um, but that was another one that like I said, I watched a little bit when it first came out. It was neat. It was another one that I believe that was on Adult Swim initially. And then I don't know. Of course I'd never played Halo or anything, so I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, oh, this is cool. Like these guys are playing this video game together, and they're playing like they're these characters and they're making fun stories with it. You know, that's a cool concept. That's funny. And then life happens, and I kind of forgot. Like I was aware of it somewhere in the back of my mind. It's weird the way that my brain works, and like I forgot about it, but I didn't forget about it. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like it's there. The information is there in your head somewhere. It just takes something to bring it forward, you know? And so I came across it, or maybe I think I actually was just like, oh, you know what? There was this cool thing that I used to watch. I'm going to see if I can figure out, like, where I can watch more of that now. Like, did they do anything with it? And this was a few years ago, and I found it on YouTube, and I would just binge that, you know? Like, that became my go-to comfort show. And I hope everyone knows what that means at this point. I feel like that phrase, that term has been thrown around enough, but you know that show that you turn on that you've watched a million times already, and you just like to have that background noise, you know? It became that for me, and it still is sometimes. Although I haven't checked in a while. They took it off YouTube for a bit, and it was just on the Rooster Teeth. I think that's the company that made the show, and a bunch of other stuff too, you know. Or maybe they own, I don't know. I don't know what the relationship is there. I know that it's a Rooster Teeth show, right? So you get what I mean by that. So it was on the Rooster Teeth website for a while, and I think you had to get a membership to like watch more than the first season or something. I don't know. They, like, you can buy seasons on Prime, and I did. I got a few of those just so that I have them forever. I don't know. It kind of jumped around from like service to service for a while. I'm not really sure what you can, like, if you can find it anywhere for free. But you know, if you do, definitely check it out. It might be on. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It might be on Peacock. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong about that. I had a bunch of different streaming services for a while. I got rid of most of those. Anyway, if you've never seen Red vs. Blue, I highly recommend it. I mean, I guess it depends on your sense of humor, you know? Like, it's very much my sense of humor. I love it. Now it gets kind of weird. Like I want to say they jumped the shark a bit, a couple of times probably. The first 3 or 4 seasons are definitely some of the best. Now I think I want to say season 14 is like an anthology kind of thing where they do different styles, and at one point they're like toys, like live action. They're just little toy soldiers that this kid is playing with, and you know, they're alive, and this kid is like tormenting them or something. And I can't remember. It's not one of my favorites, so I didn't really watch that one as much as I watched like the first and second and third and fourth seasons. Nope. Nope. Not looking good for the music, mate. Okay, that's fine. I don't need the music. I love music, but yeah. Not that I was really expecting the game to start playing some. No, the rave generator's a goner. So sorry, mate. Yeah, I didn't really expect the game to start playing some EDM. You know? Might have been funny. Have I gotten everything on the outside now? I think I have. Okay, cool. Well, let's see what we can do up here. How long have I been on here? Oh my gosh, I've been on here almost 50 minutes, and we are only 40% clean. Okay, I gotta pick up the pace. Let's see, I like to do this for the floors. I would like to finish this. Like, I would like to finish a level in a stream. You know, oops, here we go. However, I do actually need to get some things done today. I am a professional procrastinator, okay? And that's, again, did I? Yeah, okay, post is good, post is good. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, the procrastination, that's definitely an ADHD thing. Are those? Okay, those are just knots in the wood. Like usually I think it's just knots in the wood, but I feel like they don't have that many knots most of the time. I was thinking maybe it was just like an extra dirty spot. Yeah. So I procrastinate a lot. It's a thing. It's a problem. I try not to, but I don't know. ADHD, it's weird. And again, if you have the comorbid anxiety, depression with that, it gets even weirder. Like it's extra super fun. Oh my gosh, my life is amazing. Nah, okay, I got that cord. Cool. Like the procrastination. Oh, that post is clean? Cool. I got that from the ground, I guess. That's like a lot of that is the anxiety. And it's awful. And you would think like, oh, if you have anxiety about doing a thing that you have to do, well, just do the thing and get it over with and make the anxiety go away. I get that logically, rationally. That makes total sense. But as far as putting that into play, like actually doing that, I don't know how to make that happen. I don't know if like that is something that you know, my brain, it just didn't come with that program. You know? Uh yeah, so as far as just doing the thing, oh, and yeah, it's fun being me. Um Also, the contradictions. Oh Lord. Because at some point, I know you are going to hear me say, like, just do the thing. Just do it. Just do it. Just get it over with. I can't explain it. Don't hold me accountable for, you know, for the... Oh my god. Brain fart. I just totally blanked on the word I was looking for. Um... Well, the contradictory statements that I make, I guess. Like, I don't know. This is why I hate everything. Just everything. I don't know. No, I don't really. But yeah, just I don't like for anything to be set in stone. It you might say it is, but is it really? You know, I like to be flexible. I like flexibility. I like to leave room for change. You know? Because stuff changes. That is literally nature. That's just how the universe works. We have to go with the flow. Or, I don't know, try to direct the flow. What is that noise? I keep hearing something. Sorry. I can't tell if that is my cat or if that's something outside. It's not trash day. I don't know, I had the headphones on both ears. Usually I've got it off the one so that I can hear what's going on in the house. Or when people are trying to talk to me, you know. Oh, okay, I know what it is. That's my kid. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why the noises are so noisy. But it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I don't hear screaming. Nobody's hurt. So, yeah, we're good. What the? Alright, I'm gonna have to go check on this, so I will be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I'm back. Kids, they're noisy. Everything's fine. It's just, I don't know, like the insulation, I guess. Okay, so is there usually insulation between the floors of a building or house, I guess? 'Cause if there is, I'm pretty sure there's practically none in my house. Between the floors, between, the ground floor and top floor. Because the noises, if you're downstairs, right? And someone is upstairs and they stomp their foot, it'll sound like they tipped over a vending machine, you know? It is so, so loud. And I guess I don't hear it, I don't notice it as often, but I guess when you're upstairs, certain noises downstairs sound like, I guess, like just people fighting. Oh, okay. Oh, broke it. All right, it's cool. We're good. You don't want to stand under the cars on the ride. All right, I got it. Safety first. Yes, don't go under there. Because it's on, it's moving. Oh, are the crows back? There was a crow not in the backyard, but the tree right outside the backyard. Just on the very tippy top of the tree. Just calling up a storm this morning. And I've said before that I want to make friends with these crows. I desperately want to be friends with the crows. I want them to bring me cute, shiny things. Sorry, I'm trying to get the mic somewhere that I'm not breathing into it. It's attached to the headset. But I want to be friends with the crows. I want them to trust me and to bring me cool shiny trinkets and to just, come and visit me at my house and to hang out and stuff and to just just what you would do with friends, I guess. I want that with crows. Because crows are awesome. Birds are awesome. And so crows will eat a lot of different things. And there is a group on Facebook for people who love crows, and they get a whole lot of posts about how do I make friends with crows. So I definitely did not post another one on there because a lot of the comments are like, Google it. We're tired of answering this question. Just scroll through the old posts. So yeah, I'm not that person. I am not the person who says, oh, well, I don't know how to do this thing. I'm going to make a totally new post about it. No, I actually went through and read the old stuff. And a lot of the people who have crow friends already, they say that the crows like meat. And to, just put chunks of old meat outside for them, I guess. Hang on one second. What's up, Jasper? Okay. It's in the bottom right drawer of the cardboard thing. And I think you're gonna need a... Where'd you go? Oh, you're gonna need a bit. Yeah, you need a drill bit. There should be a case. It might be in that drawer. You found it? Okay, so hey, anything you take out of there? Let me see that. Is that? Yeah, I guess that'll work. Anything you take out of there, make sure you get it back in the right spot. So eyeball it, Well, like, take it upstairs, because you're going to have to find the one that fits the thing, right? Okay, cool. Or you could wait for me to help you. That isn't going to fit the big ones. Those are hex. Huh? Right, and that's a screwdriver. That's for screws. And, okay. Oh my god. This is going to be a disaster. Teenagers, right? Like, I don't know. He had a perfectly good bed. He decided he wanted his mattress on the floor. And I was like, okay, fine. I will help you take the bed apart. We'll put all the pieces in your closet. And you can put your mattress on the floor. And we did that, and he prefers sleeping downstairs in the living room. And now, out of nowhere, he's decided that he wants his bed set up again. Now, I can turn this off, right? Like, oh my god, there's a button. I'm a dummy. I cleaned that button. Yep, I'm fun. So... I guess I should clean these. Do I have a little stool somewhere? I got the fence, I got the thing. I can jump. Yeah. Gotta get in there. I'm gonna have to assist with this bed assembly at some point. I know it. I know I am. So, what should we talk about? I built a boat last year. Not out of wood, out of plastic. Out of corrugated plastic specifically. And I was inspired by a, it's basically an origami canoe, or kayak. I'm not actually sure which one it was. My boyfriend and I, we were going to watch a movie at the theater, and we were early. We were quite a bit early. Oh, I haven't finished this fence yet. And there is a Sportsman's, I think, store. They have sport stuff, you know. And so we go in there and we're just killing time, right? We're walking around. I did get all that, yeah. We're walking around looking at stuff and checking out like the kayaks and the canoes and things. And they have this, again, I want to say it's kayak. Because I'm pretty sure I originally was going to make a kayak. I get that fence, and I got that fence, and I got that fence. Awesome. And I got this post, and that post, and I got that post, and here we go. Need to clean this. So this kayak, I'm going to call it a kayak. I think that's what it was. It's corrugated plastic. And for those of you who do not know what corrugated plastic is, well, okay, so cardboard, right? Corrugated cardboard. It's got the two, I'm going to call them walls. And then if you look at a piece of cardboard from the edge, well, like, you got to look at the right edge. But it's got like these little, like, I'm gonna call them ribs. I don't know what they're called, but it's like an extra little piece of cardboard in there that does this zigzag between those two walls on the outside, and so it makes it thicker than if you just had like the wall part on the outside, without making it super dense and heavy, because it's mostly air, but it's got those little support ribs in the center. Right? And I don't know if I'm making any sense to anybody, but it makes sense to me. And so corrugated plastic is the same concept, except with plastic. And so this kayak, it's you can fold it up. It's got these creases in the plastic, so that it's not. I mean, I don't know if you could actually call it origami. I don't think it is. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, you fold it up in the right spots and you like connect a couple little bits to hold it in place, and you have a kayak. You have a very lightweight kayak. And if you look up videos of like origami kayak or foldable kayak, then you'll see what I mean. And it's a really neat concept. Now, I didn't want to make mine foldable because I wasn't even trying to figure out how to do all of that. But I looked at this thing and it's like, oh gosh, I can't even remember how many hundreds of dollars they wanted for it. And I think to myself, well, you know what? I bet I could build something like that. And so I did. Now, it's not a kayak. I'm not sure that it would even be considered a canoe. But it is a boat, and it does float. I tested it, and it was so much fun, and I love it. I do. Is that? Oh yeah, that's that really ground in dirt right there. I do have the soap sprayer, so I could totally. This is all metal. Yeah. Oh, there's wood right there. Okay. I could totally use this soap to knock all that stuff off. Far easier than I can with the sprayer or with the water by itself. And I might do that at some point, but for now, I like to see how much I can get with just the water. So you gotta buy the soap. Actually, no, I'm not gonna mess with the store right now. I ran out of soap on, well, not like all of the soap, but probably the metal cleaner, because, you know, they have different kinds of soap for different kinds of materials, which is why if you look up in the top left, that little orange bar will tell you what material thing is made of that you are cleaning currently or spraying or looking at or whatever. But yeah, so I made a boat. Very proud of it. It's not totally finished because that's just how I live my life, right? I do a thing and I get like pretty close, right? And I don't quite finish it. I do plan on doing a lot more work to it this summer. It's definitely a warm weather activity. It started out in the living room, and my boyfriend hated it. Oh, he really did not think that it was gonna work. He did not think that it was gonna turn out like it did, and he was very impressed. It supported him. He got in it and he went out to the middle of the lake and paddled around and came back, and I definitely did a lot more to it than was necessary, mostly because I've never built a boat before and I just wanted to be extra sure that it would float, right? So it floats really well with my boyfriend in it, and he weighs just a little over 200 pounds, I think. Of course, I haven't weighed myself in a little bit. I am not as active as I should be. I need to work out. I really do. I would love to get in some sort of shape before I'm 40. We'll see how that goes. But he's, yeah, like I said, he's just a little over 200 pounds. I can't remember what he said the last time we talked about it. And the boat, which I have named the Plastic Monstrosity, there's a story to that, and I will tell you in a moment. It only, like, it went into the water just a couple of inches, right? So there's still, I made it maybe a little too tall. Probably should have angled the sides a bit more. It started out as it was supposed to be a kayak, and then I don't know. It's yeah, like I said, it's not really. It's definitely not a kayak. It's not really a canoe. It's sort of just a boat. It is a plastic boat. I love it. Also, I made it. I can customize it however I want. But the name, right? So my kid, he just came down looking for the drill, and I told him it was in the bottom right drawer of the cardboard thing. So the cardboard thing was my last big project before the plastic monstrosity, before the boat. And I called the cardboard thing the cardboard monstrosity. Boyfriend also hated that one for a while because it was taking, well, for quite a while, it was taking up so much of the living room floor. But you should look up cardboard furniture, okay? Because that is a thing, and it's actually really cool. People can make some really neat furniture with cardboard, and, you know, I saw this and I was like, huh, I have a lot of crafting supplies. I need some sort of a storage organizational deal to wrangle all of these crafty supplies. I'm gonna build like one of those cube storage things out of cardboard. And I did. And it's actually pretty neat. Another one of them where my boyfriend initially was like, oh my god, this is taking up so much floor space in the living room. What is it even going to support any weights? And he doubts a lot. He really does. You would think at some point he would just learn to trust the process, you know? I get that when I come up with these crazy projects and things like this, that like I can see in my mind what it's supposed to end up like. You know, I can see it coming together, and other people can't see that. I understand that, you know, and that's fine. Like, I get all these random pieces and nobody knows what's going on. It looks like it's just pure chaos. But at some point, you just gotta learn to trust the process, right? Like if I see during the project, during the process, you know, if I see at some point that it's definitely just not gonna happen, I'll just scrap it. Or I will start over and do my best to reuse the material that I'd already used. But yeah, the cardboard monstrosity. It's excuse me. It's actually it's in the living room right now. It's on the other side of the room, and it has all the things in it. Not as organized as I would have preferred. It kind of became a catch-all, but that's fine. But also, like, if anything were to happen to it, I mean, apart from the time I put into it, I really did not invest a whole lot of money in the cardboard monstrosity. I got all the cardboard from my old job, and I did use quite a bit of glue, and mostly glue, a little bit of tape. But yeah, the cardboard monstrosity, that name was the inspiration for the plastic monstrosity. And at first my boyfriend hated it, but honestly, I think it's perfect. It's it fits, you know. The boat is definitely bigger than I expected it to be. I don't know, I was kind of going with the flow. Like, okay, well this looks right, you know, just put this piece here and we're gonna put this there. And yeah, and it turned out to be a boat. Maybe not exactly what I envisioned originally, but when I'm working on something like that where I'm making it up as I go, like the vision has to evolve with the project, right? It has to be flexible as well. And it was, and it all turned out pretty great. There are these things that I've found on, I think I found them on Amazon. Paddle boats, right? You can buy just the pedal propeller part. And I assume that is so that you can replace that part on something like on a paddle boat, I guess. maybe they go bad. I don't think we're going to get this in one stream. Maybe I will come back later today and finish up this Ferris wheel. But, yeah. So anyway, you can get the, oh yeah, there we go. You can get the pedals and the propeller thingy. And I've seriously considered getting one of those if it's not too crazy expensive. I can't remember what the price, like, was for something like that. And, oh my gosh, no spam calls. No, thank you, go away. And, yeah, like, I could totally get one of those and put it on my boat and make that at least an option, you know? To pedal instead of row with an oar. I've also considered putting a sail on it. Like, oh my gosh, how crazy would that be? I could just get a PVC pipe and I don't know, I would have to kind of work out how I would attach it because I would want to be able to remove it, you know, or at least collapse it or something. But yeah, I could put a sail on that thing. Why is there smoke over there? Oh, I fell. So, yeah. Like I said, I like to keep my hands busy. I like to keep my mind busy. I like to stay busy. I like to do things. I like projects. And I'm definitely going to have to get the soap out for some of this, I think. And sometimes I will just come up with some crazy huge project that nobody else believes in. And I'm like, no, I can do this. I can do it. And then I do. And it's amazing. And ridiculous, because who just builds a plastic boat in their living room? I do. That's who. Oh my gosh, we're at almost an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, I just want to power wash all the things, but I really need to be a productive adult today. I hate adulting sometimes. I just want to build boats and power wash not real things in a video game. Like virtual Ferris wheel. Those virtual people deserve a clean Ferris wheel that plays EDM. Yeah, we're gonna have to call it quits here. Can I ride it? I guess I should turn it on first and just catch the... There we go. Oh, this one's dirty. Yay! Alright, I can't ride in a dirty car. I have to at least clean the inside. You know what's weird? I feel like as I've gotten older, I have developed a fear of heights. Kind of, maybe? I don't know, it's weird. Are those my footprints? Can't be, because I stepped up there and I didn't leave footprints. Like, I know when I was younger, I really... Oh, there's a volcano. Oh my gosh. It's smoking. Why am I doing this? I should be running away. When I was younger, I really, really wanted to skydive. You know? Like, I thought it sounded really cool. And... I don't know, like... I guess the opportunity, I don't want to say it never really came up. I mean, I guess I could have made it happen. It just didn't, you know? And now I absolutely do not want to go skydiving. I never have been, and I think I would throw up. It sounds terrifying. My boyfriend has been several times. Actually, I'm not even sure how many times he has gone. He loves it. He really wants me to go with him. I would rather swim with sharks, and I mean that honestly. I want to swim with sharks. There are places where you can hire a boat that will take you out to where the sharks are, somewhere in the ocean. I guess they like to hang out in particular places in the ocean. Okay, cool. And oh, what am I? Here we go. And yeah, you can pay. I don't. I think the cage might be extra, but you can get a cage if you want a cage. I don't want a cage. I want to be out there with the sharks, swimming around. I mean, sharks are terrifying, but also not really. I don't want to. You're gonna have to give me just a minute. I don't know what that says, but we're gonna clean that. What's up? What you doing? What you looking at? Oh, I have 2 viewers, is what it says. I don't know who they are. They haven't said anything. Could be. But I should go and do things. I hate doing things. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here. Actually, yeah, my phone needs to charge anyway. So I will see you all next time.